Looking for a good laugh? Get ready to bust a gut with our hilarious videos all about pranks. Whether you're a seasoned prankster or just looking for some comedic inspiration, this video is sure to have you in stitches from start to finish. Get ready for some outrageous, side-splitting fun. You won't want to miss a single prank. Buckle up because this virtual reality-based prank is about to take you on a wild ride through time, but be warned, you might not survive the journey. At least, not without a few laughs and some embarrassing moments along the way. Imagine strapping on your virtual reality headset, ready to be transported to a prehistoric world full of towering dinosaurs. You're excited to embark on an epic adventure, but little do you know you're about to be the victim of a hilarious prank. As you start the game, everything seems normal at first. You're walking through a lush jungle, the sounds of the forest surrounding you, but then you hear a rustling in the bushes. And suddenly, a giant T-Rex bursts through the trees and starts chasing you. But that's not all. The second you get yourself out of the headset, you are met with a real-life T-Rex. As if you weren't terrified enough already, we would drop dead. Cheers to the woman who fell victim at the hands of her friends. Fart pranks have been around for as long as humans have had the ability to pass gas. There's just something about the sound of a fart that can make even the most mature adult burst into giggles like a child. One classic fart prank involves a sneaky individual positioning themselves behind an unsuspecting victim, ready to let out a loud, raucous fart. As the victim turns around in disgust, the prankster can't help but burst into laughter at the look of shock and horror on their face. But the best fart pranks take things to the next level. Picture this. A group of friends sitting in a quiet room playing cards or watching a movie. Suddenly, one of them lets out a loud fart, and everyone starts gagging and coughing from the smell. But then they realize it wasn't just any ordinary fart. It was a can of prank fart spray, and they've all been duped. Fart pranks might not be the most sophisticated or mature form of humor, but they never fail to get a reaction. Just be prepared for some awkward and smelly moments if you decide to try one out for yourself or on someone else. Trust me, the humiliation is worth it. Picture this. You're innocently scrolling through your phone or computer, minding your own business when suddenly, boo, a terrifying monster jumps out at you, making you jump out of your seat in fright. It's the classic pop-up scare prank, and it never fails to elicit screams and laughter in equal measure. And that is exactly what happened when this young adult decided to prank, or what we would like to call it, to traumatize his friends. It was a dark and stormy night, and a group of friends was gathered at a spooky old mansion for a Halloween party. As the night wore on, the guests began to grow restless. They needed something to liven up the atmosphere. The man behind it all decided to slip out of the room unnoticed and stood outside the window in a Scream costume. His little pebbles at the window caught everyone's attention, and the second he popped up, everyone screamed, almost as if their souls left their bodies, and rightfully so. While the guests may have been momentarily terrified, they couldn't help but laugh once they realized what had happened. The prankster had successfully spiced up the party and created a memorable moment that would be talked about for years to come. TikTok is a crazy, crazy place. People really know no bounds. And just like that, one of the most viral pranks has made it to our list. Lance Stewart has a lovely relationship with his grandma, but God does he like to test her. In his prank, he puts raw pasta in his mouth and tells his father to crack his back. Now, that would be all fun and games, but when his father does so, he bites down hard on the pasta to make it sound like his bones are broken. Gory stuff right there for a fragile granny heart. This sent her screaming out of stress, but he goes and reveals the prank before she calls 911. Talk about no more sweet treats for him. Blindfolds aren't just for sleeping anymore. They're the hottest accessory for the ultimate prankster. Get ready to blindfold your friends and family and watch as the chaos and laughs ensue. So this one person decided it would be funny to make his friend wear a blindfold and dodge his arms. And dodge his arms he did, because the prankster left him there moving in a W motion. Now, the video is gold, we tell you for sure, but we can't imagine how pissed the blindfolded Superman felt standing on the porch making a complete fool out of himself. 10 out of 10 recommend. The next prank we have is probably inspired by Australia because in no way in the world would someone ever come up with something like this unprovoked. The spider filter prank was definitely one for the books. Poor unsuspecting victims were left flailing their arms and screaming as virtual spiders crawled all over their faces. Some even tried to swat them away, forgetting that it was just a silly filter. It was hilarious to watch, but let's be real, who hasn't been a little jumpy at the sight of a creepy crawly? I just hope nobody got too traumatized and developed arachnophobia from the experience. Remember folks, always check your filters before going live. Minecraft pranks are the ultimate way to stir up some mischief and laughter in the virtual world. The TNT prank is a classic Minecraft gag that's sure to leave your friends reeling with shock and surprise. But what happens when the prank goes horribly wrong? It starts a chain of unfortunate events for the prankster. So it went a little like this. The guy hid TNT in a friend's Minecraft house, only for that friend to go crazy after him and make him pay. And that is exactly what happened. She came in all guns, knives, and everything blazing. All in all, we think this could serve as a lesson to people not to mess with women, even in the virtual realm. Oh no, it seems that someone has taken the Among Us game a little too seriously with a deadly prank. In this prank, the player decided to up the ante by killing one of their fellow crewmates and framing someone else for the murder. As the crewmates go about their tasks, the killer strikes and chaos ensues. Everyone is pointing fingers and accusing each other of being the murderer. But the real killer is sitting back, smugly enjoying the chaos they've caused. We don't know about you, but if this happened to us, you bet you will be never forgiven. From baiting enemies with fake loot to staging fake shootouts, PUBG players love to add some humor and excitement to their gameplay with PUBG pranks. Whether you're trying to catch your opponents off guard or just looking to have some fun with your friends, these PUBG pranks are sure to keep things interesting. A popular YouTube PUBG player pranked his enemies by baiting them with fake loot. He dropped fake loot in the open, hoping to lure enemies into the trap. As the enemy went to grab the loot, the prankster jumped out and attacked them, catching them off guard and leading to an easy kill. While he calls this a prank, we would say it's just cheating, but honestly speaking, do we think it is funny? Definitely. And so do the players, so yeah, go try this and get your chicken dinners. If you love your hands-free as much as us, you're definitely going to hate the next one. Cutting hands-free. Now, prank us all you want, but leave the hands-free out of it. But a person decided to go ahead and do it anyway. He would go around college campuses cutting off people's hands free, while most of them had the most hilarious responses, like cutting the other cord as well. There were definitely a few ones that let all hell break loose, and we're not gonna lie, we kinda loved it. So yes, it achieved its goal of making people laugh, but we assure you, if that happened to us, you'd be catching these hands. Now that you're armed with some hilarious prank ideas, it's time to put them into action. Just remember to use your powers for good and not evil, and to always keep things light and fun. Whether you're pranking your friends, family, or even strangers, the most important thing is to make them laugh and spread some joy. So go forth and prank with confidence, my mischievous friend.